All right. Straight into another one of the best series from the Aces Rogue tournament last week. This one comes from Group A. It's the final deciding match. Both players fighting for that spot in the group, in the bracket stage, out of the group stage. In the bottom left, we've got the best Protoss in the world, Trap. Super consistent, multiple season finals championships, TSL titles, and also GSL finals appearances. I mean, looking so damn good. Does, some people say he chokes a little under pressure sometimes, but dude, he is actually so good, and he's just the most consistent of all the Protoss players. His opponent, a player who I think players might not be as familiar with competing on this level, but in the last year, despite being a full-time streamer pro gamer, is so much better, and especially his ability to kill top Protoss players, which it used to be that I would see HeRoMaRinE versus Trap, and I'd be like, yeah, no chance. But this is Mouse HeRoMaRinE. And he actually, I think, comes into this with a pretty damn good shot. It used to be like he'd maybe win a game and you'd be like, wow, he can do it. And then he'd kind of just not be quite on the same level. And I think at the moment his TvT, actually, you know what? His TvT might be better than it used to be, because he's been playing Clem so much and beating Clem a lot. So I feel like HeRoMaRinE all around is just a beast at the moment. I don't know if there's like a matchup that stands out as like, yeah, he's kind of bad in this matchup. I think he rages against Protoss a little bit, but I don't think that means he's bad in the matchup. And the probe there. Blocking for a little bit, but good micro on the SCVs. Marine into reactor first. So notice he's pulled off gas, guys. We seeing a bunker 3-racks build, I believe. So usually if you're pulling off gas here, you want to get some extra barracks down real quick. It could be a third command center, I guess. But essentially he's saying, look, just enough gas to get the reactor. Other than that, what else do I need gas for? Well, nothing. So 3cc is pretty rare these days. That's a 3cc. He's going 3cc. Ooh, he's doing 3CT. Look, you can tell because where he's rallied the SCV, guys. He's going to put the command center there. Ooh, that's a very quick third command center, guys. Omega Greed from HeRoMaRinE. He's not even building a bunker. No scout. He's just, because he's gone reactor straight after the Marine. He knows he's going to get 3 Marines really early, then 5 Marines. Technically, Trap could chrono Adept Stalker across the map and cause him a lot of problems on this natural. But HeRoMaRinE's fine with that. And he's even, he's going to build 2 Reapers, which is also a very mobile unit, will help with any early skirmishes. If he can catch this first Adept with the 3 Marines, it would be great. Trap, of course, though, no rookie in this scenario. He's not going to do that. Now, I don't think that Shade sees, but yeah, it's going to be 3 racks after third command center. Oh, this is a delicious build order. Now, those 2 Reapers, not only could they kill the Adepts, if the Adepts hang around too long, they could dodge across the map, and then while the Adepts are skirmishing with the Marines, the Reapers could run in and kill a bunch of probes. Now, that's obviously dangerous, because 2 Adepts beats the shit out of 3 Marines, so HeRoMaRinE's got to pull these Reapers in to fight, and he does. So 1 Marine goes down. It's a scary moment. I honestly, this build order that HeRoMaRinE's doing scares the shit out of me. I don't think I could pull this. I feel like I'd die to the Adept Stalker pressure way too much. HeRoMaRinE, unfortunately for him, is a different creature. He sacrifices that Reaper. The other Reaper's going to go down as well, though. And it's a defensive Phoenix build for Trap, who's got a second gateway on the way. Now, remember, Trap does not know that there's a third command center here. He does not know that it's a 3-racks build. So he's going 3 gateways off of the Phoenix. Incredibly safe play by Trap, and he's hiding the Phoenix. Now, part of the reason why you might want to hide those Phoenix is it incentivizes a player who's going for a HeRoMaRinE drop, a Hellion drop, to actually commit those units across the map. Oh God, he dives in. Gets one of the Marines, but there's a lot more Marines from the high ground. I don't know if this was worth it. Well, as long as he only loses 1 Adept, it's okay. Reaper jumps in the main, and the Phoenix now have to show themselves. So as soon as he cleans this up, Trap will go across the map to start harassing. He says, okay, the jig's up. You know I've got Phoenix. I need to go see what the hell you're doing. And of course, he does have to be a little worried about a HeRoMaRinE drop coming in, does Trap, but he has no real info except that there's a ton of Marines right now. So I think he might already be reading this as a 3-racks. He's got to see that command center to confirm exactly what's up. Okay, he's just going to be real conservative now. He needs that info. He might already know, to be honest. These guys are so good that he's like, no, the Marine count. It's clearly a 3cc into 3-racks. I know this build. And he grabs 2 Marines there. It does take a little bit of a bruising. Third base is on the way as well as double gas, but there's no more tech. No Twilight, no Robo. Trap. Okay, he's being annoying with Stalkers pre-stim. I mean, this is really good pressure, but you need splash damage behind it. You can't... I don't know what Trap's doing on the tech. He drops a Forge behind it. Where's the Twilight? Okay, the Twilight's finally going down. Such a late Twilight, dude. Starting your Twilight at 5:15. It might be okay because it's a 3cc and he's picking off units. But, dude, this is a little wild and, I mean, really punishing HeRoMaRinE for not having a bunk here. 10 Marines have gone down for 2 Adepts so far. Make it 12. Dude, the Phoenix are going to come in and pick up some SCVs as well. Stalker's disengaged. Stim gets used. The Stalkers, can he even hunt any down? He's losing a bunch of SCVs in the back. He gets 1 Stalker, but he's already done another Stim there, I think. Oh, dude. Yeah, these Marines, there's no healing on the map. The starport's almost finished, but he's got to do another Stim. And I think as soon as you get that, you run away. Oh, another Marine goes down. Units lost tab looking terrible for HeRoMaRinE. That third base is up. Trap here, who's like, yeah, I have no units, like, no good units. I have 2 Stalkers, 2 Adepts of Sentry, a couple of Phoenix with no energy. Does it matter, though? Because no, it doesn't. Because I know with that 3rd CC, you can't really be aggressive. Your medevacs are miles away. I already did massive damage to your Marines by trading those Stalkers. And behind this, Charge is on the way. So Charge before Blink, he is respecting the power of Stim Bio. He's going up to 6 gateways as well. So he's going to go Charge +1. It's going to be Phoenix Charge for the mid-game. 2 more gateways. So 8 gate Phoenix Charge. 5 Phoenix are out. I imagine we'll probably see gases on the 3rd and Templar Archives and him add Archons as well. If HeRoMaRinE can get a critical mass of bio, it does very well versus this, especially if he adds Widow Mines. But HeRoMaRinE is very starved for information. He has no idea even of what the 3rd base timing is. He doesn't know if it's Colossus behind this, which is what you often assume. And if he, like, walks into, say, a big Zealot warp in, a big round of force fields, Trap might be able to just kill him right there and take that game. This is, of course, a best-of-3 series. For those of you who don't know, Tech Lab and Reactor, very standard setup. 2 Reactors, 3 Tech Labs. It'll give him 4 Marines, 3 Marauders building at a time, which is very solid. Marines, of course, also build a lot quicker than Marauders. He's going to stim to the Watchtower, and he's seeing this army is very important. I think that's well worth losing 1 or 2 Marines. And honestly, you see a lot of charge lots. You know there's Phoenix out. I might even consider throwing a bunker down if I was HeRoMaRinE here. Now, interestingly, Trap, he's gone for the 6 gas, the Templar Archives. He's going to be morphing Archons in to join this. I still think he's just going to wait for HeRoMaRinE to kind of move into him a little bit. I don't think he even needs to break him at his base. I mean, he could, especially with good force fields and Guardian Shield. It could be massive. +1 attack versus +1 attack is what the upgrades will look like. I mean, the economy looks good for HeRoMaRinE. Honestly, the problem is the Widow Mine count. He's only got... Actually, he's got 4. If he can get these Widow Mines to get good shots, it changes everything. If Trap can drag those Widow Mines, though... Anyone watch GSL? Did anyone watch Trap vs. Maru in GSL? It was this exact same map. And it was over here, where he dragged a Widow Mine into the center of Marines and killed like 20 Marines. Killed like 20 Marines with one of his own Widow Mines. It was one of the most ridiculous... I think it was an Oracle? Might have been a Phoenix. It was a flying unit, and he just grabbed it, purposely let the Widow Mine track over it, and then just as the Widow Mine was exploding, dragged it into the center of the bio. It was one of the most devastating Widow Mine drags I've ever seen. Bio moving out the right side, but Trap was waiting for this the whole time. HeRoMaRinE wants to take the fight to him. Has he overextended? I don't know, dude. This was kind of all in from Trap, and yeah, he forces the lift, gets a few SCVs, but he's going to lose his 4th base as well. And remember, there's no Colossus, there's no Storm. This is not a long-term army. Trap wants to fuck his shit up right here, right now. He wants to kill the medevacs of the Phoenix, the Archon Zealot, kill everything else. Good pickups. Gets one of the Widow Mines. He'd like to pick up the other one. Oh, HeRoMaRinE, though, stimming home. If he can escape this, he'll be good. He's got to bring the rest of the army over. He's going to try to join those armies up. He focuses down 1 Phoenix, 2 Phoenix. But he loses a few Marauders. He picks up. Phoenix don't do that much damage to medevacs, guys. And look at that. He's back to the rest of the units. A few of the Phoenix have gone down. More Zealots coming in from the right side. But it feels like HeRoMaRinE's doing a good job of evading, getting surrounded and flanked at any point in this game. Trap's got to pull back on that right side. I don't think he can engage just yet. He's going for it. So many Zealots coming in. Watch for the Widow Mines. Watch for the Widow Mines. They get some good damage on the Zealots. A little bit of friendly fire as well. No Widow Mine drags into the center of Bio, though. And that army on the left just comes in too late. Trap with a disjointed surround. He just felt like his Protoss bread was so strong that he could do that, but that was incredibly sloppy. Let's watch that one more time. Let's do a quick rewind here, guys. Look at how far behind these units are. This is him engaging piecemeal. That's all of HeRoMaRinE's army fighting, and not only that, Actually, that's a really good setup. Almost all of his Marauders are creating a little tanky front line. There's only 4 Marines in there. Most of the Marines are actually protected. And the thing is, often with this army, you want the Archons coming in. So if they ball up against the Zealots to limit kind of the surface area of the Zealots, they're forming like a phalanx sort of situation. Well, that's where Archons splash. If even one Archon coming in here would do so much damage to this clumped up bio. All the Archons are over there. He picks up one Widow Mine to stop it from firing. The Widow Mines do a little bit of friendly fire, but mostly they hit the Zealots. And then the army comes in from the left. And look at the way HeRoMaRiNE stutter steps. He says, well, the right side's crumpled. Now I can pull back on the right. And he expands into this big, juicy arc of units. And he just fucks him up. And then he's like, wait, I have so much damage output. You've got nothing left. A very bad fight for Trap, who was overeager looking for the engage. And HeRoMaRiNE would not give it to him until it suited his purpose. Well done. Game 1 goes to HeRoMaRiNE. Down here in the bottom left-hand side of the map, representing Mouse Esports, HeRoMaRiNE with a nice Game 1 victory. His opponent in the top right, it's Trap. I doubt HeRoMaRiNE goes for a 3rd command center again. What we'd expect is probably a quicker factory this game. I've really been enjoying the Marine, delay the reactor, get the factory down really fast build. I find that is so powerful, and there's so many variations you can do off it. So you just get your factory down and your expansion at such a quick timing, sacrifice a bit of barracks production. But if you're planning on building a bunker and skipping the Reaper anyway, it really does work out. We'll see, of course, what HeRoMaRiNE has in store. Once again, Marine first and no scout. Seems to be what a lot of Terrans are favoring right now. Skip the scout, especially versus these macro Protosses like Trap. Trap's not a guy who's going to proxy Void Ray very often. One time he did it in a big tournament was the beginning of him throwing a 3-0 lead versus Maru in Season 1 GSL. And he actually could have won with the proxy Void Ray as well, but Trap lacked the decisive YOLO nature of a true cheeser to pull that one off. He looked a little sloppy with it. So yeah, once again, guys, it's a quick reactor afterwards. He's going to have plenty of Marines, and this time he has a high ground ramp, which will keep him a little safer there. Got a factory there as well. Second gas on the way. Twilight Council. Command center's coming on up. Factory's there. Okay, so this looks like a pretty standard opening. I wouldn't be surprised if we just see Widow Mine drop, 3 barracks, pushes out with 3 barracks, tank Raven, drops a 3rd. Maru's been doing this a lot. It is the most vanilla TvP you can do, and there's a reason why. Widow Mine drop in the hands of an expert, incredibly cheap and flexible pressure, but he goes Hellion first, which means more likely he'll just use the Hellion to scout, see what's up, see if there's a quick 3rd, go straight into Raven, tank behind it, and the 3 barracks. That's what we've seen a lot from players as well in the recent past, and we'll see exactly how it goes. Marines coming forward. That does pull back. Those Marines staying out there, right? So this is always the thing. If Trap goes in, he could get surrounded by the Marines to some extent. You don't have great vision on that Shade. You see the Adept has 7 range. The Shade only sees about half of that at 4 range. Stalker coming forwards. It's going to chip away at this. Good interception by Trap. Yeah, nicely done. Got to be careful microing around that, though. This is a high ground sight blocker. You can't properly see around that pillar. 2 Stalkers are here and an Adept, so no damage going to be done by HeRoMaRiNE. He's just going to back off, but I like this. He sees that there's no 3rd. His Hellion's going to dart on in to check, hey, are you going Dark Templar? Is this Stargate? He sees a Twilight upgrading. He sees 2 gateways. This looks like the most standard blink opening you could possibly see, and with no 3rd or 4th gateway started, Trap goes for the quick 3rd Nexus, so it's going to be a 2-gate blink into the 3rd base. He's going to drop that Robo down here in the wall in just a moment, I would imagine. He actually goes Sentry straight away. Interesting. 3rd gas Sentry. Medevac going down the left side of the map. HeRoMaRiNE. Chad Gamer. It's a fake Widow Mine drop, guys. It's a fake Widow Mine drop. This is not a mistake. HeRoMaRiNE is like, look, people defend Widow Mine drops so well now, and it usually ends up just pinned in the dead space and forcing them to leave Stalkers at home. So why don't I just send an empty medevac, scare my opponent with it? Look, he shows it, even though Trap wasn't ready, and now Trap has to respect it and leave units there because he thinks that's filled with Widow Mines. Meanwhile, HeRoMaRiNE's like, it's a fake idiot. He's just made tanks and Marines. And he's got Banshees rallying behind it. His second and third barracks are super late, but that's because he's got a killer Marine tank push. He's going to try and build some bunkers. And dudes, Trap doesn't see it. His hallucinated Phoenix missed it. His probe missed it. Oh no! Trap! He's like, wait, where's your army? Trap realizing at this point, oh shit, I done goofed. He doesn't even have a shield battery. This medevac literally just rejoins the army as like, I was empty the whole time. I can't believe this slipped out. I mean, this is the stars aligned for HeRoMaRinE here. It's a clever build. It's not meant to work that well. He's meant to see you moving out and have a shield battery and all of his units ready at the front by now. But this has really caught him off guard. He's only got 3 gateways. Does HeRoMaRinE? He's going to blink on the tanks. A bit of an unsiege. Oh, the medevac. But he does actually focus the medevac down. Trap with a great focus. Gets the medevac with the tank inside. I don't think that bunker will get finished. I don't know, man. The Banshee does not have cloak. It's just adding DPS here, adding damage output to these Marines. And he's going to obviously lose this army as HeRoMaRinE, but he's going to just try and make it as expensive for Trap as possible. Gets in the bunker. I think just pull behind that, repair the Banshee, then repair the bunker. And just say, hey, this is a problem behind this. I'm going to more standard things. Stim is on the way, and he's actually going 5 racks. 5 racks on 2 base. So he says, look, I killed your third. If I just keep building tanks, medevacs, bio, I should be able to win this game. +1 weapons is on the way. He's got that on the way as well. He scanned the natural, and he sees double forge. Trap's trying to go mass gateway. Wow, this is so uncharacteristically Trap. This is not something you'd see of Trap very often. Double forge, just mass blink into zealot style. It can be very effective. Look at that, he sells the bunker. He's getting out of there. Trap's letting him go home. Trap does not realize he needed to leave a stalker there. He might catch some of these units, but look at the way HeRoMaRiNE's kind of waiting on the high ground here. So we can see if the stalkers are coming from behind. He's going to intercept. He's going to kill some of these. Oh, he gets 1. Gets 2. Oh, this is really good. If HeRoMaRiNE gets some Marines home, that's incredible. These units will get upgrades in a little bit. Obviously, the stalkers now, when they're able to just range them and pick them off, is fantastic. And the Marines there going to use that high ground. Very nicely done by HeRoMaRiNE. It looks like he's ready for round 2. His reactor's not done. He doesn't really have, medevacs yet. I'm like, all your upgrades are still a little while away. I think you can give it a minute. So the problem for Trap is he doesn't have any scalability with this army. He's got better upgrades, and he's got sentries. So he's like, yeah, that's my comeback move, is sentries. I'm going to micro blink stalkers really well to harass you, and I'm going to use guardian shields and force fields to win the fight. And 2-2 upgrades do start. Scan goes down. He sees 2-2 getting chronoed. He also sees no gas there. How do you beat this critical mass of Marines, though, guys? Right now, it's 5 Zealots versus 27 Marines, 6 Marauders. I mean, yeah, you can warp in 8 Zealots at a time. That's cool. Trap's still building probes. That's a huge mistake right now. I think Trap maybe didn't realize there's... Oh, he doesn't know there's no third command center. He was like, I know you went 3 racks after this, but I don't know if there's going to be a third CC. He didn't know this was a 5 racks play. So he's gone up to 58 probes. Honestly, I think he needed to stop at the same worker count as HeRoMaRiNE, focus everything on army, and I think these zealots should have already been backstabbing. I think that you can't do this in just a straight up frontal manner. These zealots need to flank this army for sure. Those tanks, if you don't get zealots flanking them, you're going to get annihilated. There's no shield batteries here. If he can buy time for another 80 seconds for 2-2, he'll be good. HeRoMaRiNE's like, fuck that shit. No. We're fighting right here, right now, dude. The zealots, they're pathing in the wrong direction, I think. They're trying to come back to their right. Oh, man. Trap's trying to keep his upgrades alive. But look at that. Okay, Zealot flank comes in. Some pretty nice force fields. The Zealots getting on the tanks. Great focus fire from Trap taking those down. Dude, that was an excellent engagement by Trap. But his Stalkers are getting shredded by the tanks. And he needs those Stalkers to limit the medevac movement, to limit the ability of this army to just pull back. But the rally is so strong. And remember, HeRoMaRiNE here fighting just before 2-2's done. He clears that whole army out. While the upgrades are very even, he's only down the armor upgrade, which is not that important for Bio. And what are you building? More sentries. Immortals on the way. Zealots trying to rebuild. He's trying to go up to 8 gateways. He actually only had 6 gateways this whole time as well. Trap here thinking about a 4th base, but that is not something he can afford just yet. Picks off a Marauder, pulls back. The Observer being used expertly. Trap keeping himself alive in a dire situation. And he's managed to buy time for 2-2 to be done. It's going to be done in just a few seconds. The Drilly Boy pull is here! He's not got enough force fields. Well, actually, that does protect the battery, though. If he can blink back to the right, individual Stalkers. Unfortunately, though, look at that. HeRoMaRiNE catches the Immortal. And he does really well there. But that first battery overcharge, getting some value, man. Getting some real value. There's a cannon out front. Oh, Trap fighting for his dear life. HeRoMaRinE, he's just lost 23 SCVs. He's got to kill him right here. He's got to get in and kill him, and there's no damage left. The cannon goes down. The bio's healthy. There's still 4 medevacs healing. The probe pull will not do it for Trap. He's only able to warp in 1 Zell at a time. The other Immortal pops out, but it's still up in the main base. It's not going to get here for a while, and Trap is going to have to retreat to his main base. HeRoMaRinE here with a very cheeky fake Widow Mine drop to start things off. And a fantastic bunker tank push gets to the 3rd base. Trap there, uncharacteristically missing the scouting information, not seeing that first tank move out until it arrived at his base. That is an absolute disaster. And HeRoMaRinE committing to what he might consider a little bit of a gamble, a bit of a cheeky play, not something HeRoMaRinE enjoys doing that much. But he is a fantastic tournament player these days who understands one must take risks. This is not the ladder. This is not a 5.7k MMR Protoss monkey that he complains about playing on a daily basis. This is Trap, the best in the world. And HeRoMaRinE had to pull out the big guns to do it. And it seems to work here. Trap still microing his heart out. You can see he does not go down without a fight, but damn, he's going to be eliminated in the group stage of Asus Rogue. This is an insane result. For Trap, #1 Protoss to go down this early, and to HeRoMaRinE, huge upset. HeRoMaRinE takes the 2-0.